Okay, first I'm gonna say this is not a witch hunt. Don't go after this person. I actually think he's quite a smart equine. I don't remember what the word is. I think he's a really good really smart equestrian, and I agree with a lot of his points. But there's just a lot of videos I've watched by him recently that I just don't agree with. Okay, so this is a video about Think Like a Horse, and a recent video he made maybe a week or two ago, and it's called, I think, and another few reasons why something about jumping, and it was about a girl that's obviously not a skilled enough rider to be jumping 3 foot on a pony that is obviously not a trained jumper. So he finds this video, and the trainer's not a good trainer. One, she's telling him to whip the horse, and the horse just was having a bad day and probably doesn't like to jump, and is probably terrified of jumping, or just doesn't like to jump, and it hurts him. And the rider kept falling back onto his back, which you should never do when you're jumping, especially if you're galloping. That's not good. The person that was talking about this, his name is Rick. I'm going to refer to him by Rick. That's his real name. I don't know him, but that is what he calls himself on YouTube, so his name is Rick now. He is a Western rider, and he does not ride with a bit, and he's probably never jumped a horse in his life, so he has really no reason to be talking about this. I am a crosswell rider with Michelle from Equine Differences in Oberlin, Ohio. So, that just answers your question. I'm a jumper. I'm almost about to do parallels. I know more than he does. He couldn't jump a horse in my lesson and do it without injuring the horse. I'm just calling it. He's too big for a lot of the horses there. They don't carry like 300-pound people every day. Number 2. He's never jumped a horse, period. He's never ridden English. Number 3, he'd probably fall on their back because he probably doesn't know how to do 2-point. That's just 3 reasons why you shouldn't bash jumping before you do it. And there are so many people out there that can ride a horse and not injure them. There's so many horses out there that love jumping. And there's so many horse teams out there, like horse and rider teams, that could jump perfectly and the horse will never get injured. But you understand that the horses that get injured are ridden by inexperienced or horrible riders. And those horses, they probably really love jumping, but the rider they're with is not a good enough rider to control them, and the horse will get hurt. This is not, let's take, for example, a few rounds at the Olympics this past year. There's a horse that jumped and he hit into the rail and fell over the rail. He didn't get hurt or anything, but he didn't jump correctly because the rider took off too soon. Me with Rusty is the horse I ride at my barn. I came up and I asked him to jump before the fence was, and he hit his leg on the fence, which is why I'm not jumping parallels yet, because I suck at jumping. But I was off his back. He just took off too soon, and I wasn't up before the fence, and it was a horrible mess, and that was my fault. He didn't get hurt. I didn't get hurt. My friend in the class, Karen, she nearly hurt herself because her horse likes to duck out at the fence, and he turns sideways, and she nearly fell off him. She's a Western rider too, but she's been learning English for a month now, more than Rick has. Anyways, if you ever watched Beezy Madden jump, she's an amazing jumper. Her horses are amazing jumpers. Her horses love jumping. Take Snowman, the $80 champion. He enjoyed jumping. He jumped for the heck of it. He wouldn't jump fences if they weren't big. Take my friend's horse, Moko, or Locomotive. That horse is like an insane locomotive when it comes to jumping. He will jump fences even if he doesn't have to. Like, you're not putting him at a fence. If you ride him with loose reins, you're not controlling him. He goes over fences. He doesn't give a crap if he's not supposed to be jumping. He's never been injured because his rider's an amazing rider, and she knows how to ride him. You can't put him in a hackamore. He freaks out. And he uses a rubber bit because metal bits, he's really sensitive. He's allergic to iron, so he uses a rubber bit. And if you use spurs or crop on him, you're going to die. He is going to kill you. But let's just point out that he's really biased for picking the video of one of the worst jumpers in the world. And he's never jumped before. He doesn't know what it takes to jump. He says mindless circles. Let me point out to something for you of one of my classes. I don't have the thing here, but it's courtesy circle, or at the time I was riding Rusty, and he doesn't do courtesy circles. So courtesy circle. Go over 4. Go around. Go over 1. Trot that, and then pick up a canter in between F and A. Courtesy circle between the jumps in A. At a canter. Jump 3. Jump 2. Jump 3, 2. No, jump 2, 3. No, jump 3, 2, 3. Come back around and exit. Do you notice that there were 2 circles in that entire thing, and the rest of the turns were diagonals or going around in a rectangle? I had 2 circles, and those were courtesy circles. And I didn't even get the courtesy circles right because I don't do mindless circles in my lessons. There you go. And I didn't hold at C. I forgot that in the competition too. I'm really bad at memorizing courses, if you can't tell. And then, so it's like you're the one. Western riders are the ones that have the metal spurs, tie downs, horrible bits that literally rip into a horse's skin on their mouth. And you're the ones that just go circles and circles, and you slide to a stop. You circles on just their back legs, and you chase steers that could potentially stick their horn into the horse's heart and kill it. But no, jumping is more dangerous. Just think before you make a video next time, okay? Please, Rick. I'm not hating on you. I love your videos. I love you. You're an amazing person. I've asked for help from you. I know that you are really good at equestrian. You are a trainer, and I am not. And I have no right to be saying that you don't know what you're talking about, because I actually agree with you. Bits are bad, but there's horses that will freak out if they don't have a bit. So you just can't talk that way because you don't understand the horse, you don't understand the person, you don't understand the trainer, you don't understand the way they've been taught. So just maybe next time you'll learn a little bit more about the person before you attack them. That's all I have to say. And I know I am being a hypocrite kind of here, but I know more about jumping, and I am more qualified to make a video on that round. And yes, her pulling back on the bit and using a crop when the horse is actually going to go over if she just kept her legs on him a little longer, might have been a little bit of abuse. But the fact that he's saying that she's a horrible person, that she'd be condemned to death, that's literally what he's saying. With saying that these people are horrible people. These horses are horrible people. Yes, horses are horrible people. Anyways, that is just, it's like, dude, chill and learn more about the person before next time. If you want proof that I'm a jumper, I have Grand Prix, I have quite a few ribbons and neck and medals. I'll go get them. Second, third, second, fourth. And how many jumping ribbons do you have, Rick? 0, because I doubt you've ever been to a jumping competition in your life, and I doubt you've ever jumped a horse, and I doubt you've ever competed in jumping. So next time, I want to see you jump Moko 5 feet. Do it perfectly, don't land on his back, and don't fall off, and you have to look like a Grand Prix jumper doing it before I will listen to your opinions on jumping again. Thank you very much. Oh, and by the way, I rode Western for 2 years. I know what I'm talking about. I have more rights to talk about Western than you do about riding English, because I bet you've never jumped in English, and I bet you've never even ridden English once. So before you attack me, just do your research, because I probably could answer your questions if you have any on this person. And no, I don't hate him. And no, I'm not hating on him. I'm just saying your opinion, because I'm speaking mine right now. Goodbye, fam. I'll see you next video.